And welcome back to the Laboratory Podcast with Dex and Los, where we talk about basketball, we talk about life, and we talk about whatever the hell we like. It's me and my man's to the right. Let's get this shit started.
Shout out to it.
On a Thursday.
A little late, but it's all right, though. Schedule shit happens. Working 24 hours. Shit happens.
That doesn't help.
That shit don't be helping. As always, if you guys watching, you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. We're trying to hit 40 by the end of the year. Still stuck on a little bit of a 33 right now, so 7 more shouldn't be too bad. Just keep sharing it with your friends and tell them, hey, they kind of decent. That's all you got to do.
They're okay. Sometimes.
Not a whole lot of new shit's been happening in basketball. This season, I don't want to say it's been dry, but it hasn't been a whole, like last year we had like the Russ trade, we had the James Harden trade, we had a bunch of different storylines and narratives and shit that had formulated after the first month, and it's great that none of those narratives and stuff have formed because it just makes the NBA a lot more fun to watch because you're not watching with like trying to have something in mind. But before we get into anything new, we got to refer to last week real quick.
I wanna address all those people out there that have commented. I appreciate the comments. I'm glad you guys are commenting and interacting with your boys. But I just want to say, y'all said that Devin Booker is elite, right? That's what the argument is. I said last week. Hot take. I don't think Devin Booker is an elite player.
Yeah.
Correct? Elite player.
Elite player.
If this man is so elite, then how the hell did the Suns beat the best team in the NBA without this man? No problem. Didn't it was a great game. It was back and forth. But maybe they shouldn't be going back and forth without their so-called elite player not in the game. You know what I'm saying? You think even Steph Curry playing bad, even if he wasn't there at all, I think the Warriors would have struggled.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't have been close.
He was struggling anyway, so it was tough to get a bucket. But I see what you're saying. You said if, like, Book was playing, they would have blew their ass out. Or they should have been able to blow their ass out with Book playing. Or my bad, because he's so elite to the team that they should have lost. Is
correct.
What you're saying.
To the best team in the league.
I don't know, but right now the Suns might be the best team in the league.
No, right now the Suns are the best team in the league.
Right now the Suns might be the best team in the league.
But at the time, the Warriors are the best team in the league.
It didn't help that by the time I had posted that clip, Booker started like teeing up a little bit. Like he had a 30 ball, he was going crazy.
That's cool. I never said the man wasn't an elite scorer.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's an elite player as a whole. He just, he knows how to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: if Devin Booker is so damn elite, if he's so elite, tell me what he has done.
I didn't say this shit.
Please tell me what he has done. He's a 2-time All-Star.
He's still young though.
And that's
I ain't gonna say all the extra stuff. He's
a
young.
2-time All-Star, and that's it.
I've never said
he hasn't made an All-NBA team. Apparently, he's not top 3 in shooting guards if he can't make an All-NBA team at no point.
He might have got Jep last year. Maybe not. Nah, he might not have got Jep last year. It's a little tough to make it. But still.
Is this man... Okay, again, if Devin Booker is elite, is he top 10?
Top 10 player? No.
Is he top 15?
We talked about this. 15 15 is a stretch. Top 20, I think for sure. 15, if he is top 15, it might be like that 14 to 15, maybe 13 range. If he's top 15.
But this man is elite though. If he's elite, you wouldn't question it.
Real quick though, this is what was Stephen was talking about. Which is a good point because we brought up Zach LaVine. Like we feel like Zach's elite. That's also, I'm pretty sure we said, bias might be involved in that. He brought up that like D Book is obviously a better playmaker. Everybody brought up between him, Bradley Beal, and Zach, which is definitely it's true. We said that before. We wish Zach passed the ball more. He's doing it a little bit more. It's still not great. But what doesn't help right now is that he's playing alongside DeMar, who has to have the ball in his hands. But it's the same thing for D Book. He's playing next to CP, who leads the league in assists. He's still playmaking better than the other two are.
Correct.
But defensively is what he said. I feel like he has the edge defensively. I don't know about that. Like the numbers might say different. I'm saying from the eye test, I don't know. I feel like Zach plays a little bit better defense than D Book. Like I said, the only thing I don't like about D Book that makes him, I think you said it too last week, that makes him feels like he's not elite all the time is just that lackadaisical kind of thing. Like I don't always want to rip your head off.
Yeah.
I feel like you said it last week. I think Zach is at any point in the game. I feel like Zach wants to rip your head off. No matter what.
I think the word elite just gets thrown around.
It is.
Now I'll say this for everybody who didn't like what I said. I do believe that Devin Booker is a superstar. I think he's on the cusp of elite, but superstar to me is a step under elite. I think there's levels to, levels to this shit.
Levels to this.
But there's
we brought this up last year too.
You got all-star, matter of fact, no, let's start from, so you got bench player, you got role player, you got a starting caliber player, you got an all-star caliber player, you have a superstar, then you have just elite. Right?
That's what you feel like the levels are. I feel like it could be something in between that, but I like it. We can go through that another week because we didn't really plan on that, but I like it though. I feel like everything is kind of thrown around. Well, not everything, because all-star, I feel like it's a lot of people who are like fringe all-stars. You just have to be in the right situation, and everything has to kind of like run right. That's why you have like players who like could have been 1 or 2 time all-stars. They could have been perennial, but they were in the fucking West. Yeah, like
shout out Mike Conley.
Mike Conley could have probably been an all-star 5 times, but he was in the West, which is super guard heavy in his prime. And then I think superstar though is thrown around a lot.
Superstar is also
superstar might be thrown around a lot. So my thing for superstar, I feel like that's the player who you're building a team around, and that's your number 1 option. And unless it's somebody who's a little bit better, they might be number 2, like PG and Kawhi. I don't know. But I feel like whenever I say PG's a superstar, people look at me crazy. Which maybe it's also my bias.
Paul George is a superstar.
My bias might be shown when I say that. But that's nice, though. I'm going to clip that again, see what they got to say for you.
But when I say, like, when I hear elite, when I think of elite, I think of Steph.
Yeah, I think of LeBron, KD, Giannis. Yeah. Those are the first ones that come to mind. Like off the rip, those are the first ones that come to mind. I think of
Kobe Bean Bryant.
Yeah. Nah, you talking about you going to
shout out Kobe. I just want to throw Kobe in there because
you got to do it.
I miss Kobe.
We miss Kobe. Anything else you want to add to that real quick before any?
I've said my piece.
Good job. All right, real quick.
You told me good job like I'm a child.
No.
Good job, buddy. Thanks. Attaboy. Gee, thanks.
Why do people really tell their kids attaboy when they play catch and shit?
Got a big day tomorrow, bud.
Alright. So the two kind of relevant pieces of news we got this week were it's kind of sad. Kimba is out of rotation in New York because he's been playing like ass. Same with Blake Griffin.
R.I.P. Kimba's career.
I think he'll get back by the end of the year. I don't think he's permanently out. Depending on how they play, because right now I think by that point when he was out the lineup they were 11-9. I want to say maybe 11-10. So unless they really like flip some shit and like get in grind mode and get in mode period, they start climbing up the standings, then I don't know, he might be cooked. But I want to say like, all right, well, he give them an offensive spark. He ain't been doing that shit this year. He's averaged 12 points as the starter.
I don't even know if it's 12.
It's like
11. Rounding up?
I think it's like 11.7 or some shit like that.
Disgusting.
That is disgusting. He only had one game. He only had one good game this year.
Ever since I said Kemba Walker had the potential to be a top 3 in the league at point guard.
No, you ain't say potential. You said, well, that was also last season. You said he was top 3
going into the season. So that's saying he has the potential to be top 3. After coming off of 25-6.
Yeah.
And honestly playing better than Kyrie Irving. That year he played better than Kyrie Irving.
All right, go ahead. Keep it.
I thought he had I thought he was gonna be there. Yeah, and ever since I said it, this nigga's been and just has disappointed me in every single possible way that he possibly can.
He heard you and was like, I'm gonna make sure that they're gonna talk about you.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure this is gonna haunt you forever.
The only reason I still to this day didn't want to put CP in it because every year I keep thinking to myself like it's gonna happen eventually. He's not LeBron. I have to get mentally prepared for Chris Paul to not be Chris Paul anymore.
His team's playing better than LeBron's team.
And this man Chris Paul continues to be Chris Paul.
Just less Chris Paul, but it's still Chris Paul.
Just less attacking Chris Paul.
Yeah.
That man does not go to the rim no more. It's all mid-range buckets and corner threes and sidestep threes.
That mid-range is still lethal though. He's starting to score a little bit more.
That
now.
mid-range is something.
He's starting to get more in attack mode the last few weeks.
I'm starting to think his mid-range is perfect.
Yeah, it is.
This man has to have a 99.
Him and DeMar, boy, real life have the most unstoppable mid-range. Just off the ones where I can think of, like, once it goes up, you just got to hope it misses. This in the league right now. And KD, those are the three.
I think
if he was playing Kyrie,
if we put a 2K ratings,
that's just all 99.
I think CP has the edge overall.
Boy, no, I'm putting that shit all 99.
I don't know, because CP still takes more than. Well, no, him and DeMar.
Because
because when DeMar misses, he misses. Yeah. Like when he hits, like he's gonna hit more often than he misses. But when he misses, he misses. Yeah, it'll hit all backboard, and I'd be confused. Like, what just happened?
Yeah,
or an air ball or something.
Indeed.
99, 98, and 97.
What the fuck? And then. Yeah, so we can go to Blake. I know that's I don't know if that's still your boy, but that was all right.
That man went to the Nets. Anybody that goes to the Nets is not my boy.
Shout out to it. All right, so we don't really got to talk about. Well, I want to talk about Blake a little bit. It's just a little sad, just because somebody posted it. I forgot who said it. It was like we went from saying he was washed to damn he tricked the league to he's washed, and it fell in less than a year, and which is true. But damn, I don't know. I hope for everybody. Like, man, hopefully he can turn it around. But
they finna trade him to Dallas.
Yeah, all right. He gonna start hooping again. He just got to get traded, activate his legs or something.
Activate his legs.
Activate his legs. So yeah, those are two things that were just kind of sad, just because I remember like being in high school watching Blake doing all the other shit. Same thing with Kimba, watching from UConn buzzer beaters to like being in the league, still having probably the most lethal step back ever.
Man, Kimba is only 31.
Yeah, that just makes me feel old. Because why is this nigga falling off at 31?
Okay.
Like,
some people do. Shout out Darren Williams.
That shit was random. Fuck, man. I don't want to say fuck Darren Williams, but fuck Darren Williams and all that shit. Shout out boxing.
Sometimes motherfuckers just decide to fall off.
Got to put in that work, boy. Bam is out 4 to 6 weeks. That could really hurt the Heat in the standings. I know Bam. Jimmy and Kyle Lowry can hold it down for like the offensive standpoint and playmaking like that Bam had, which is a good thing they picked up Kyle Lowry, because without him, they probably would only have
they'd struggle,
super struggle.
But
now that's gonna hurt them defensively and offensively. So I hope the rest of them can step up. I hope Duncan Robinson, actually starts hitting some fucking shots.
When it comes to the Heat, I don't think standings matter for them.
It doesn't, but that matchup can hurt you later on down the line, depending on who you match. I mean, standings don't matter, but
but they were also, what was it, the 6th seed when they went to the finals.
Yeah. I mean,
the 5th or 6th seed.
I mean, it doesn't matter today, but if you end up slipping and now you got to fight for the last half of the season.
Well, I don't think they'll have to fight.
Not fight, but you're trying to fight to get up in the standings. If you don't want to stay stuck in that like possible mode where you're in the 7 to 10 range. I don't think they'll be there.
No, they're not.
But if they slip to 7, now you got to play in that play-in, and anybody can sneak around that play-in. That's one game. You can get anybody one game. That's the part where I want to get at. I'm not super worried about it happening, but it could happen just because it's like
it's only 46 weeks again.
46 weeks. You got all they got to do is stay.
The rest of the year.
All they got to do is stay around 500. As long as they don't like slip super hard. And I don't know. I got to look to see what their schedule is looking like right now because I can't remember who they play like that.
They're not going to slip that far neither.
I hope so.
I mean, Bam is a very integral part, but they're not gonna fall off that far.
I hope so.
It's possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But you never know. I mean, I don't see that they're still a really good team with a decent amount of depth.
Yeah.
And they're still they're still top. Last I checked, they're actually top 6 in defense. Yeah. I mean, granted,
Bam
is the anchor point of that defense.
Still got Kyle Lowry and Jimmy though.
Yeah, you still got the league leading charge taker in the league. The whole team
is actually
they lead the league in taking charges, and Bam wasn't taking none of them charges. He was blocking all the shots he could. But I think they'll be all right. They're not going to be.
We'll see. We'll circle back around.
I think they'll stay around about
500.
No, I think about 5 games above 500.
That's
5.
awesome.
I should say 5 wins above 500. They'll stay in that region.
I figured. let's talk about Dame real quick. He's out. They said 10 days, I think. So basically, I'm gonna just say 2 weeks, or we can have 2 weeks.
Yeah.
10 days with an abdominal injury. I don't remember if it was his ribs or they said it was an actual ab injury.
It was an abdominal.
Shout out to it.
The abominable snowman.
Yeah. Shout out to it. The Blazers have looked ass this year anyway.
Yeah.
So without Dame playing, I'm not really sure. Please get out of Portland.
Superhead.
Why?
What y'all know about that?
Why? Anyway, Dame Dollar. He's out 10. He's out. I was gonna say 10 games. He's out 10 days. I'm curious to see like what the Blazers will do. I don't know who's gonna step up. CJ's numbers is obviously gonna be the one like carrying them for the scoring load.
Yeah.
Nurkic has to kind of not wake up. He just has to produce more. But everybody else, like I don't know. Anthony Simons has done what he can. I hope. You know what? I actually hope comes out of this. I hope Dennis Smith Jr. can get some type of like shot in the arm.
You know what I hope comes out of this? Trading Damian Lillard to the 76ers.
That too. That is number one. What I wish would happen. But then, like I get brought back down to reality and realize that Daryl Morey probably asked, "All right, yeah, let us get Dame, CJ, your future baby mama, and all the other shit that's gonna come along with like that."
Not the baby mama.
The baby mama. Future first child and the baby mama.
No.
Daryl Morey be asking for too fucking much.
Sacrifice your first son.
Literally. And then I'll stop at the last second. I'm just playing. I was gonna see if he was gonna do it. My God. Yeah, I don't know. The Blazers have just like not looked great this season. They're already terrible defensively, but then they also can't put the ball in the bucket. I'm pretty sure they like can't win games when they're not at the crib either. I think last time I checked they were like 1-7. I don't know if they're still 1-7. But I'm pretty sure they play more than that now. But I remember when I had checked before, they were like really, really terrible at home. So hopefully they ain't got a road trip without Dame, because that shit'll be super rough. And then I want to talk about the Timberwolves. The T-Wolves don't look bad. We used to like by this point we'd be like, all right, Timberwolves are ass.
They are ass.
They're an afterthought. Right now they could make the play-in. They're probably around the 10th seed.
The Timberwolves are ass.
Timberwolves aren't ass no more. They're still not a championship contender.
Now Anthony Edwards,
they're still a first round exit if they make. Oh my God, they're still a first round exit if they were to make the playoffs. They're still definitely a first round exit, but they're not as terrible anymore. We're used to like them being super fucking buns every year, and it's just like, why are we? What are y'all doing over there? Yeah. They picked the right one though, like you said with Anthony Edwards. They got what they were supposed to get. They finally got them one that's not I don't want to say that word. That's not soft. They got somebody who wasn't soft who's gonna like try to lead the team. Now it's times that he gets in tunnel vision mode and he's like, all right, we know he's shooting at me. It's literally, I know I brought it up before. It's a
Anthony Edwards is elite.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what I'm finna hear next. I'm finna say Anthony Edwards is an elite. No, he's wrong.
Anthony Edwards is he is like that though. I don't know. He was a good catalyst for that team. They kind of they just been actually look like they have some type of fight in them. Usually by this point in the year, like I said, we used to them like, all right, they're gonna come out there and they probably play hard the first half and the second half they're gonna fall apart and not get it back together. Cat, I still think right now might have a slight edge as the best player, but I do think it's Ant's team now. I know we talked about that before. Yeah. Shout out Rico commented and said that's definitely Ant's team.
The more this season goes on, the more we realize this is Anthony Edwards' team.
It's Anthony Edwards' team. It's a clip. I got cut off. I know I talked about it before where Cat just walks away because he knows, like, all right, he's shooting that shit. I'm finna just go back down the other end. Yeah. That's literally what I do when you have the ball. When we play him, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just go down here.
Maybe you should go get the rebound.
No.
Fool.
No.
If you think I'm finna shoot the ball.
You go back to play defense in case you miss. That's what you're supposed to do.
You know what you're supposed to do?
No.
Cut to the basket.
You're not passing it no way.
That'd help.
I know when you're not passing it. I literally am like, hey, go get it. He's not passing it. And
if I'm told go get a bucket, then what the hell am I going to do?
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about when you have it and you do the 17 size ups. I was like, all right, he's not passing it. Not the size up, but the 20-20. I was like, nah, he's going to the basket or he's pulling it for a mid range. Either way it goes, I'm not. I was like, we're not getting it. Don't even worry about it.
Or you could cut.
No.
That'd help.
You're not passing it. I know when you're not passing it. We know when you're not passing the ball. It'll be those. I ain't saying you don't pass it. I'm just talking about the moments where we know you're not passing it. Well, you can ask Q every time. Like, he's not passing it. Just go back. Just go back and play defense in case he misses.
Or cut to the basket.
You're not passing it though. We know you're not.
If I get in trouble, I'd like for somebody to be there.
No, you don't be in trouble. I ain't say you don't get in trouble for it. You're just not gonna pass it. Sidestep, mid range, coming soon. That's literally what and we call it out 9 times out of 10.
I appreciate the
I ain't
sudden criticism about me.
I don't want the criticism. It's not a criticism. I'm telling you, it's not.
Talking about Anthony Edwards, and somehow it got to me.
My bad.
I don't know how this happened.
It was just I was trying to make the points connect.
You said like people play basketball with us.
A handful do when they show up. When they show up,
Right.
DeMarcus Cousins signed to the Bucks. He got some tick last night too. I wouldn't expect him to actually be in their rotations like that because they kind of got a decent rotation. They're starting to like I know I said it last year. They're starting to percolate a little bit.
Percolator.
They're starting to like kind of wake up a little bit. Giannis has been hooping. They got Chris back. Drew got dropped by Melo.
No, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was kind of nice.
It's fucked up.
LaMelo is like that too.
Is he elite?
LaMelo is elite.
This would be a trend on this motherfucker.
LaMelo is elite.
For to say that shit every week. Is he elite? What do y'all talk about?
Who is not elite?
I feel like elite is top 10, maybe top 15.
Who he play for? That's what we finna start doing. Who is elite?
Yeah, why not? But yeah, DeMarcus Cousins. Somebody said he's just ring chasing at this point. He kind of
he really is. He's been ring chasing. He's been ring chasing the past like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Since he left the Pelicans.
Since they didn't sign him, they real life told because that's after he tore his when he tore his Achilles first. He tore his AC. He tore his Achilles first. They was like they kind of told him like you damaged. I think they offered him a 1-year deal, and he was like, well. No, what the fuck? If are we gonna be ass? I'm pretty sure he was like, we gonna be ass anyway. Why am I finna go out there and sign a 1-year deal when I ain't getting paid? And that's when he went to Golden State.
To tear some more shit.
Yeah, to fuck some more shit up in practice before he even played. That shit's sad. Well, DeMarcus Cousins real life might have the saddest story. No, he doesn't, but he has one of them. Like just what's the fall from grace kind of thing, just with injuries. Because that motherfucker was real life top 3 center in the league.
Gee, he was number 1.
Yeah, the motherfuckers arguing between him and Embiid though, and then Jokic.
When he was on the Pelicans,
he was on the Pelicans. People was arguing Embiid might be better, just because he played defense.
wasn't damn near playing.
Yeah, he was playing that year. I'm talking about that last season. He was playing like that
on the Pelicans. No, that last year on the Pelicans.
2017.
That last year on the Pelicans.
DeMarcus was the best.
He was number 1.
Was debate. Yeah, it's a debate sometimes, man. Damn.
No,
G Willikers, man.
It's never a debate. Because DeMarcus Cousins was elite.
He actually was elite, though. What the fuck?
Let's not get crazy.
Boy, that nigga was top 10. He was a top 10 player, so I'm saying he was elite.
Was he, though?
He was top 10 at the time.
Was he?
Yes.
Yeah, that motherfucker might have been 12.
He was top 10. It's a fact. It's not a debate because he was elite. He was elite. I want to talk about a team that we haven't talked about, and they I don't think they were on anybody's radar to actually be hooping this year, but they've kind of put together some nice shit just because all the young guys are hooping. The Cavs. Darius Garland. We already knew Darius Garland had a mean hezzy.
Yeah.
We knew that. And, apparently a mean double that doesn't get called. But it's cool, though. He's woke up. They have just a super nice young squad. Like, they got him, with Colin Sexton out, unfortunately, it's got scoring, got to get stepped up. But Isaac Okoro, locks up, or not locks up, has the assignment most times and not, guarding the best player because he's he's their defensive guy. Then you got Mobley and Jared Allen, who meets you at the rim with everything.
Yeah.
So that, and then Evan Mobley also has a decent touch as the mid range, so he's kind of a face up 4. But Darius Garland feels like the driving force behind that because he. I thought she was laughing. I was like, damn, what was that funny? Darius Garland.
You're funny. You funny looking.
I knew you was gonna say that shit. Niggas is mean. Anywho, yeah. So Darius Garland kind of woke up a little, not woke up. We were talking about him last week being a candidate for most improved, which he is. I think he's averaging 17-6 or 17-7 so far in the season, which is great especially because he's their point guard of the future. We knew that going forward, but now I don't know if Colin Sexton will be part of their future with the injury because they didn't get a bag yet. But hopefully
to trade him.
That's sad. That'd be sad. They got to sign his ass to trade him first, but still. I just know if you had any thoughts on that, just because I didn't expect them to have a season like this. I thought they'd be honestly 12 to 15. I think right now they sitting at 7 seed. I wouldn't expect that. At this point in the season, I wouldn't expect.
Are they 7th seed?
They're like 6. They're 12-10.
Are they?
Yeah, they're 12-10. That's all I was saying. I kind of wanted to bring them up just because they've been hooping. They kind of like they've been going at teams. Not that they're gonna win every game, but they make it tough.
Yeah, and they're real life 12-10.
12-10.
I feel like last time I seen them, they're like.
They had started off strong and they had a skid.
I thought they were like 7-10 last I saw them.
They might have been, but I remember they started off the season really strong and they had they might have been. I think they had a 3 or 4 game skid, but they probably got to 7-10 or something around that, and then they kind of like apparently 5 in a row. If the last time you checked it was 7-10, but what are they 6 seeds or is it 7?
They're 7th.
7 seeds.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, they're 6. The Hawks are 7 with 12-10. They're both 12-10. Actually, the Celtics, Hawks, and Cavaliers 12-10.
Celtics finally woke up a little bit, or not woke up, but
the Hornets are 13-11. I'd honestly rather see the Hornets in the playoffs
than all the other teams.
Yeah,
man, we'll see. Hornets gonna be fun to watch, period, just because it's gonna be niggas dunking.
It's just a random. It's a random assortment of teams in the Eastern Conference in the playoffs currently.
I think we only. Yeah, I ain't gonna say we expected that, but like, damn, in real life it's just like dry.
I mean, we expected the Bulls to make it.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Wizards to be second though.
We expected the Nets. I think when we said the Bulls, we were like, well, the Bulls probably going at the highest be like. They could be third, but probably like 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
And then we thought the Bucks probably still could be second seed, to be honest with you, because last time I remember at one point they were probably 12. What are they right now? Like 6.
They're 14-8.
Yeah. So they're tied for
seed.
second. So they're tied for second,
yeah.
but they're like 4th seed right now, slated for it. So them and then low key the Wizards took everybody by surprise. We brought them up last week, like you said. This happened. You get a bunch of 80 overalls and just throw them on 2K type shit. But
that shit just random.
Yeah, but
random as hell.
they've been coming out and sneaking out. Not even sneaking out games.
The Eastern Conference, low key, actually is better than the Western Conference.
Yeah, very much. The
That's
Western
crazy
Conference is ass this year
because the 6th seed in the Western Conference
will be the second, I think, in the East.
No,
third.
No, it's so the 6th seed. Is the Lakers
right
at 12-11.
They're 6th.
Yes, and then the 12th seed. I'm sorry, the 6th seed is the Cavaliers at 12-10, and then it's kind of top heavy in the Western Conference.
It's just literally the Suns and the Warriors.
From seed 10 to 5, to seed 10 to 4, they're all within like 2 to 3 games of each other.
Who's third seed?
The Jazz at 14-7.
They're flying under the radar this year. I feel like they're going to sneak by.
Because they be losing sometimes, too.
They do be losing sometimes, but they also can't hit a shot this year. Like, they're not I ain't going to say can't hit a shot. They just aren't shooting it well this year.
Except for Jordan Clarkson.
Maybe Jordan Clarkson.
Just be throwing up bullshit.
They should be going in, though. Fuck it. Shout out Jordan Clarkson having a AI moment with the fucking kid coming in dressed just like him.
Oh, yeah. I
was like, oh, shit, this might be an argument. Somebody finna use that when we go back to the episode. They go look like, y'all said AI had influence. Well, what about Jordan Clarkson?
Oh. Wait a minute.
It's fucked
Is
up.
Jordan Clarkson elite?
Is Jordan Clarkson elite? Only last thing I got is the Bulls tampering. The Bulls and Heat tampering. we need to tamper more of all the fuck we finna get charged with is a second round pick. If that's all we get, if that's all we losing, tamper more. What?
No.
What you got to say?
Why would we tamper more and keep losing second round picks?
We ain't finding. Boy, I don't know about the.
You never know who's in the second round.
AK might finesse some shit.
You never know who's in the second round. Shout out Gilbert Arenas.
Shout out to it.
Shout out Draymond Green. Shout out Isaiah Thomas. The absolute last pick.
Surprised they bring up Jokic.
Shout out Jokic. That man's a whole. I forgot he was in the second round. I really be forgetting he was in the second, because Jokic has been like that.
Boy, he didn't even have a draft video. They played a fucking, I think, Taco Bell commercial. That's fucked up. They probably look back on that shit then like, we really didn't have a video of this nigga at least on ESPN, NBA.com.
Shout out MVP Jokic in the second round. We might have just missed out on a future MVP.
Get the fuck
because of tampering.
We're not.
And the Heat did too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he did too. I think I don't know. Do you know if we get? I don't think we. I think the investigation is done. That's all. I know they said we might lose. They said $10 million in salary or some shit like that. I don't remember.
That's tough. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know if that's this year or next year. Though.
Let me get a quarter of that.
Let me get 10% of that shit. I'll take 1%. To be honest with you,
okay.
That's still $100,000 right there.
I'm glad you know math because I didn't know what it was. That's just probably inaccurate.
No, it's not.
You don't know.
Do the math right now.
I don't know how
Put
to
it
do
in your
it.
calculator.
I really don't know how to do it.
Do a million times 0.01. God damn it.
I didn't know to do that. I don't know math. You
Quick
think I'm
math.
playing? I really don't know how to do math.
Quick math. 1% of 10 mil is going to be 100,000. I'll take 1% of that.
You were wrong.
No, I'm not.
No, wait. I was wrong.
Stupid
I
ass.
still
You put
it in
0.1, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't know math. Math has never been my strong suit.
Anything else you want to bring up for the league right now, real quick?
No.
Damn. Shout out to it.
Not at all.
What's the players of the week for last week? Bring them.
Nobody.
All right.
Nobody was the player.
You got a fact of the week.
Nah,
this
the
week?
players of the week. The players of the week was Mr. Elite himself, Devin Booker.
It's really just a bad time when I had that clip. Motherfuckers got player of the week. He wasn't with him when they knocked him off, but and he tweeted something, bro, and it was low key kind of. It was kind of funny. I was like, no
loss November.
No L's November.
No nut November. No loss November. Ha ha.
This nigga just got reckless on the podcast today.
No nut November. Oh, you say that like nobody knows what the fuck that means. We say fuck and nigga all the time. I say no nut November, and suddenly I'm getting reckless.
Niggas just get angry.
Anyways, Mr. Elite himself, Devin Booker, who came off of averaging 30, right? 3.5 assists, shooting 56% from 3, while going 4-0.
Yeah.
And then in Eastern Conference, we have Trae Young, who came off of average. Is Trae Young elite? Trae Young came off of averaging 31.3, 8.5 assists, 4 rebounds, while going 3-1 in the week.
Shout out to it.
Those are our players of the week.
Shout out to it. Trae Young has been hooping this year. I forgot who he snatched somebody last night. That shit was nasty though. He's been hooping. He's been also saving my parlays. So shout out to it. I always take the over on Trae Young assists. I always take the over, depending on who they playing, but still. Fact of the week.
No
fact of the week.
No, I do got a fact of the week.
Fact of the week.
But we have to say something before the fact of the week.
Go ahead.
Happy birthday to the podcast.
Happy birthday. It has been
Happy
a year. A little over a year since we've been doing this. It's been fun. This is a nice thing to do with the homie.
Yeah. Except when I get talked about
Talk
from my play on the court.
It's cool. You talk about me too.
In front of all the many 12 listeners of our podcast.
It's cool. They'll be all right.
Out here throwing me under the bus.
It's not a bad
and
thing.
On top of the bus. The side of the bus, in the bus, and then off of the bus.
Shout out to it. Ladies.
And then back under it.
All right. Shout out to it. Apparently. You'll be all right. You tough, right?
No.
All right.
Somebody lied to you.
Somebody's not tough.
So, I got the fact of the week. We have Mr. Elite, part 2. We got another elite player, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is currently shooting
Terrible.
16.7% from the 3-point line, which is the worst in NBA history among players with 2+ attempts.
That shit terrible. That shit ass.
He is also the least efficient jump shooter in the NBA at 33.1% with a minimum of 150 attempts.
That's the mid-range too, right?
Yes.
Because his mid-range and 3 included. Yeah.
Yes.
That's his ass. He has not knocked that motherfucker down. But he's still shooting. I think when I checked, he's still shooting 50% from the field.
Yeah, that's
which should tell you, damn, maybe I should bang in a post a little bit more.
Nope. I'm gonna keep taking jump shots. Niggas been booty taking jumpers. Butt-tastic. Just don't take jumpers anymore.
I'll take them if they fucking open, but damn. Maybe don't take them if they open, actually. If you shoot 33%, just don't take threes. God damn. 17% is really bad.
At least he's taking them.
That's 1 for 6.
At least he takes them. He could be Ben Simmons and not take them.
That's one. Yeah, 16 better than 0 or 17 better than 0. That's 1 for 6, I think.
16% is in fact better than 0, especially on a test. Could get 0. You could get 17%.
Boy, that's fucked up.
I mean, you failed. You're failing either way.
What'd you get on your test? 17%. Damn.
Better than 0.
What would you get? 0. Damn. Did you study, nigga? No.
Somebody's better than the other person.
Barely, but
there's proof. There's written proof.
There's written. It's mathematically proven that he's better. Whatever. Anything else you got to bring up real quick? No? Cool. No. As always, if you guys made it to this point, like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, leave us at 5-star. Yes, 5-star. If you listen on Spotify, keep sharing it with your friends. Spotify isn't a whole lot of our like traffic. Most of it is on Apple Podcasts, but it's cool. I still got the Spotify Wrapped. I'm going to post later today. So, as always, peace out.
Peace.